Good afternoon. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in last class, we mainly discussed about how we can use pointers in structure, then function, then array. Again, in case of functions, how we can pass a pointer as a function argument by address or by value. So today we will see different types of pointers. Then we will see the pointer to pointer part. Let me share my screen first. I hope it is visible to you guys. So there are 8 different types of pointers. There are 8 different types of pointers. Null pointer, void pointer, while pointer, dangling pointer, complex pointer, near pointer, null pointer, and huge pointer. Okay, these are 8 different types, but most of the times we are only concerned means we use these 4 types. Okay, these things are like we rarely use. So I'll talk about this 4 part. So you can research yourself about these other 4 types. Okay, just a minute. So let's see what is a null pointer. Any guesses what can be a null pointer? Is the simplest one. Okay, if you assign a pointer to a null value at the time of pointer declaration, then it is the null pointer. So null pointer will have a null value and you will assign a null value during the pointer declaration. Okay, so this method is useful when you do not assign any address to the pointer. Okay, so a null pointer will always contain the value 0. Okay, so just assign null value. Okay, then always 0. Okay, and so if you see a program, a very simple program, So here you have declared a pointer p, maybe, then you assign the value null. So here you are assigning the value null during the pointer declaration. So this is your null pointer. Okay. So if you print the value, then you will just get the zero. Okay. So this is how you define a null pointer. Okay. So the main advantage of null pointer are like we can initialize the pointer variable when that pointer variable is not assigned any actual memory address. Okay, and we can also pass a null pointer to a function argument when we are not willing to pass any actual memory address. So if you are for certain program, when you write the program, it's all up to you how you write a program, right? So sometimes if you don't want to pass any actual memory address in your function call, then you can just use the null pointer as the argument. For example, uh, like normal one is like this. If you want to pass it like in function, p, then 10 maybe, and function null. Okay, so here is your function func, then there is a pointer. So when you are calling it, you are just directly using the null value or null pointer during the call. Okay. So what are the main advantage? One, you can use the null pointer when your pointer variable is not assigned any actual memory address like this one. It's not pointing to any memory address. Then we can pass the null pointer to a function argument when we are not willing to pass any actual memory address. Okay. Next comes to void pointer. Just simply remember, if you assign a pointer variable to null, then it is a null pointer and its value will be always 0. That's the main concept. Okay. Then what is a void pointer? So void pointer can hold address of any type and also can be typecast to any type. Okay. So it is a pointer that has no associated data type with it. In null pointer also we defined it in something. Okay. So if you want to initialize a void pointer, then you have to use the keyword void. Okay. So it is also called your generic pointer. Okay, does not have any standard data type. So how can you initialize it? You can initialize is at like void pointer p equal to null. Okay, this is your void pointer. So if you want to declare a void pointer, you have to use the keyword void. Okay, and the size of this pointer will depend on your compiler. Okay, so if you want to print the size of this pointer, it might be different depending on your compiler. So you can write the same program. Okay, it's just same like this. Here you can use just the pointer void if you want to declare a void pointer. So another name is what? Generic pointer or general purpose pointer. So all your dynamic memory allocations thing like malloc, calloc function will return a void pointer. Okay. So void pointer will also point to some data location within the storage. That means it will point to an address of a variable. So it's just that if you want to declare it, use the keyword void. Okay. Next we have while pointer. Okay, so what is an while pointer? So if your pointers are not initialized, then those are called your while pointers. Okay, so while pointer may be initialized to a non-null garbage value, which may not be a valid address, or you can also uh, assign some values later. So just remember, if your pointer points to any known variable, then it is not a while pointer. Okay. For example, just remember the point, you are not assigning it to any variable. Okay. Very simple example one can be in main int pointer p. Okay, so this is your while pointer. Okay, if you want to print the value, then you might get different answers depending on your compiler. Okay, so this is nothing but your uninitialized pointer. So while pointer will just randomly point to some arbitrary memory location. Okay, and this might also cause your program to crash or behave badly. Okay, so it might crash your pointer. So it is always advised to be cautious when you work with the while pointers. Like I said, if you can initialize it later on, like for this one, for same thing, if you initialize the value later on, then also it's fine. But initially, you didn't assign any value, okay, initialize. So it is still a while pointer. Okay, now, for example, you can take another example. In x to 20 percent x. Okay, so this is initially a while pointer, but in this case, p is not a while pointer now. Okay, initially it is a while pointer, but by this time, because you assigned some address, this is not while anymore. So if your pointer points to any known variable, then it is not a while pointer. Here p is pointed to the variable x. So here this is not while anymore. Initially it was a while pointer, that's correct. Okay, like this one. Later you can assign value, still it's fine. Okay, you assign the value directly to the while pointer, but in this case it is pointing to another variable. So here it is not a while pointer. Okay, so next come to dangling pointer. So what is a dangling pointer? If pointer points to a memory location that has been deleted already, is called your dangling pointer. Okay, that means it's mainly useful for your dynamic memory allocation. Okay, it points to deleted or freed memory location. Okay, so you can see example like standard library function we use whenever we need to use the dynamic memory allocation problems. So here we have a pointer p, and This is the syntax for your dynamic memory allocation, if you remember. Okay, so here wait a minute. Okay, so here you have dynamically allocated a memory space to your pointer P. Then after that, you just free that pointer using free. Okay, remember, using the free function, you can delete or deallocate any memory. So here your P is pointing to your null. So first it has certain memory, then you feed that memory location, okay, but it's still pointing to the null. So it's your dangling pointer. Then you can also use it during your function call. For example, so this is your, sorry, I didn't name it. So this is your pointer function, and it's just taking a value and returning the address of the variable. Want to be here, you are calling the function. Okay, then there's another uh, so in memory allocation, for dynamic memory allocation, we use free to deallocate any memory. And if you are not using any dynamic memory allocation like in normal way, you can use this fflush stdin to deallocate any memory. Okay, then you can and pointer p. Okay, so this is the normal way how we use it, mainly for the dynamic memory allocation, and this one is how we can use it like in function call or normal programs. Okay, so here you call the function, then you just feed that memory location, then if you print it, you will see what you get. Okay, Okay, so these are the main 4 pointers we widely use. Out of all, it is avoided to use your while pointer because of your void pointer, because sometimes it can make your things crazy. Okay, so just go from the last part, that means dangling pointer. So dangling pointers are pointers that points to a memory location that has been deleted or freed. So dangling pointers arise during object destructions when an object that has an incoming reference is deleted or deallocated. Okay, just simply remember pointing to a deleted memory. Void pointer is your generic pointer or general purpose pointer, and it does not have any data type associated with it, and it can be assigned a value of any type. So using the keyword void, you can just declare it. Okay, so this is very useful when you want a pointer to point to data or different types at the different times. And with the help of void pointer also, or like generic pointer, you can just hold any types of pointers like your character pointer, structure pointer, array pointer, and anything, because it is also useful for typecasting. And what is null pointer? Null pointer do not point to any known objects. Okay, it is an uninitialized pointer, or you can just directly assign null value to it. Okay, simply use the word null. Null pointer does not assign any address. No, the value is just 0. It points to nothing. Okay, and it is assigned a null value. So we mainly use null pointer if we do not have an address to be assigned to a pointer. Okay, then you can simply use the term null. We avoid using while pointer because it might create, it can just crash your program. Sometimes it is also known as your bad pointer. Okay, so your near pointer, far pointer, and huge pointer, these are like old methods, so not useful for nowadays. Okay, so if you want to read about it, you can study, not a problem. These are the 4, but these are like old methods. Nowadays these are not useful, so I'm just avoiding this one. So if you still want to know about it, you can study. Okay, okay, So clear? Okay, while pointer, why is it called bad pointer? Because without assigning any variable address, it points to a memory location. Okay, got it? Why it is bad pointer? Okay, so just remember in case of void and in case of null, we assign the value null. But in case of while pointer, we don't even use the null. We do not assign it to even null. Okay, so initialize to anything till its first use. Okay, it just initialize, later you assign the variable 10 here. Okay, so this pointer may be initialized to your any non-null garbage value, or that may not be a valid address. And later, like this one, this is not wild anymore because it's a bad pointer. So here initially there was no value, then it is pointing to another value. So this part P is not wild anymore. Okay, so it is called bad because without assigning any variable, okay, so these are the four types. So rest you can just see. I can just give you a hint about near, far. Another one, near pointer. Near pointer was basically utilized a bit address up to your 16-bit, and far pointer is a typical 32-bit pointer that can access memory outside the current segment. So anyways, you can research about it. So just remember about these three things: null, void, wild, and dangling. Okay. So next come to the pointer to pointer. So any guesses what is pointer to pointer from the name? What a normal pointer does. What's the function of a normal pointer? Anyone? What a normal pointer does? Point to a address. Correct. So what will be a pointer to pointer do? So your normal pointer, you say, yes, it will point to another pointer. So this is your pointer. If this is the address, it basically points to another variable, correct? So your pointer to pointer will hold the address of another pointer. Okay, so a pointer to store the address of another pointer. Okay, so we have a particular syntax for it. We can also say it a double pointer. You can initialize it like int, pointer, pointer, and p. So pointer to pointer, which is pointing to an integer. Okay, this is. So if you see an example, suppose you have a variable, then you have a pointer p, then you have a double pointer pp. Okay, so your pointer p is holding the address of a, okay, and your double pointer p is holding the address of pointer p. Okay, so p is pointing the address of a and double p is pointing to the address of the pointer p. Okay, so you can just see by taking the output. Okay, so suppose if you want to print the values, if you want to see the address of a, then you will see the key, it will give the address of a. Okay, it will give you the address of a. Now if you want to print the address of this p, for p's, for example, you can point the p, so it will give you the address of p. Now if you want to see, address will be different depending on your compiler. So
Ma'am, pointer to pointer sticker. Ma'am, pointer to pointer PDF খিনি পাম ন ma'am?
কি?
Ma'am, pointer to pointer PDF খিনি পাম ন?
মই দি দিম নোটছ।
Okay ma'am, ঠিক আছে।
তোমালোকৰ গুগল ড্ৰাইভত দি আছো ন, মই চাই ল'ম কি মিচিং আছে, যি দিয়া নাই এতিয়ালৈ মই দি দিম।
Okay, ঠিক আছে। মই মানে স্ক্ৰীনশ্বট ল'ব পাহৰি গ'লো, সেইকাৰণে মেম সুধিছোঁ।
It's okay, I'll give you all
Okay, ঠিক আছে।
okay. So this is the simplest one. to use the pointer or double pointer. This meeting is going to end soon. I'm just stop sharing, take the attendance. Impressive 31 students. 30 students. Very good.
Ma'am, next class কেইটা পৰা?
Next class অলপ দেৰিকে কৰিম হা।
Okay, ma'am.
মোৰ মিটিং এখন আছে একচুৱেলি, যদি মাজতে কৰিব পাৰো কৰি ল'ম, নহ'লে মই টাস্ক এটা দি দিম। অ'কে
হ'ব ma'am. ঠিক আছে।
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you all. মই মিটিংখন ষ্টাৰ্ট হ'ব 2:30 পৰা আছে, তো যদি মাজতে হৈ যায় মানে আগতে শেষ হৈ যায়, দেন আই উইল কণ্টিনিউ লেব অৰ আই উইল জাষ্ট গিভ ইউ টাস্ক। অ'কে
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
okay, thank you.